So there's the crate, and there it is, dear. Super cool.
We just wanted to make sure that it wasn't damaged.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun. Awesome. Look how tall it is. I'm so short.
Oh, I guess I gotta open this first.
Otherwise, if you don't get it, they'll really like that.
Cool.
Awesomeness. Fun, fun, fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that.
We're so excited.
It's also got those little things you can pop out up there.
Yeah, I haven't opened any of the windows. I just stood it up.
Well, let's
Okay.
open the window.
Let's do it up, man.
Cool.
diesel,
Awesomeness. Here goes the other one.
Almost too short.
Oh, too fun.
Nice. Every minute, you just slam it on my head, John. I'm getting interest now. Sweet. There's the pass through. I'm going in. Oh yeah, the zip. You gotta go up and then zip the rest of it.
Oh, God. The window's open.
We don't have anything to get up in it now.
Step there.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay, go, 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 go.
I'm in.
You're in. It's all, I see feet.
Gotta be down there to be there's these vents.
Wait, let me get up. What'd you say?
I think it's comfortable.
You think it's comfortable?
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
Yeah. I don't want to get my shoes up in here.
Awesomeness. Wait, famous feet shot. Okay, we're gonna try to raise it up.
Oh wow.
Yay!
There it is.
Look, it is a lot of space.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Sure what that is either.
You can reach these things from here.
You can, yeah. Let me see.
Woohoo!
It says the dust killer vent.
Ah, oh,
So
and there's my Molly panel.
there's your molly panel.
I only got one and my window.
And your drop down window slider.
He's gonna close it up for the first time.
Oh, something's not right. Why is the net coming down?
Cause you gotta pull. Pull.
Gotta pull harder than that? Okay.
It'll start coming once you get it started, I think. There it goes.
It's different
Yay! It is different than you think. Well, I don't think the strap's supposed to stay out.
What?
The strap doesn't hang out like that and fly.
Oops.
We have locks inside that we can put in there. We'll learn about that later.
All right, that one's not in though. In the way it should be anyway. Gotta go like that.
You're funny. You hope the brake's on. So we put a cooler down there. It's nighttime when we get home from work. So we put a cooler there and we stepped out fairly easily. It's better than the way we were getting up earlier.
Better than laying in the dirt.
This is so fun. I gotta lay down. So ready for the weekend so I can play with my camper. I think this is a sign. So here we are in Cape Girardeau, Missouri with the river. And he's gonna show you how easy it is to set up our new camper. And just like that, we are ready to camp. He's going in, and he's gonna fix the thing inside. You can see through it, it's so fun. It's got this side unlocked. Trying to get some views. The sunset's starting to come with the flags there. But then we zoom in and we've got the Mississippi River. And our lone pink camper. And there she is. It's a she because I have a name for her. It is so tall, but it doesn't feel like that when you get in there. So our cooler is there only because we're using it to step up, but we're going to have to build this out, and I've got some ideas rolling around in my head. We'll have to get our saws out, but we're going to keep our cooler in the back seat of the truck as we have always done. It's just in there temporarily. And there's the bedding. So we have a ladder that we bought that we're using to get up on the tailgate. We'll get that out. Since I'm filming, I guess he gets to demonstrate, but this is a little giant jumbo. If it doesn't say jumbo, it doesn't have the jumbo steps that are nice and flat. So show them how perfect it is to walk up there to get in. And I am short. I am fat, okay, large woman, short people, old lander. That's what I've decided I am. And so I need this for stability to get up there. Look at how low the river is. The river's so low. I've got him opening it up so he can get a picture. He did the screen and the window. We're at Cape Rock in Cape Girardeau at the Mississippi River. We thought this was a good place to take photos, inaugural photos. Okay, here we go. Is that not super cool? Look this way.
This is a super cool view.
This is, I can't wait to get up there. You'll have to take a picture of me up there.
Okay.
Take some with the cell phone. I might have him take videos of me and photos with the cell phone. It'd be easier for him. Okay. I need this. Using the cooler is not optimal for me, but I'm making it work temporarily. Let's see. Oh,
What was
this
that
is
noise?
cool. I've not been up here with the windows all open yet. Oh, see, the cooler's tipping.
Please be careful.
Yay!
Look at you go, girl. A girl camper, you vanished.
Okay.
There you are. Smile and wave.
How fun is this?
It is.
I'll wait with this hand.
Okay, it's good to use both, I guess, huh?
Oh, look how high up we are. Oh, this is fabulous. I can't wait to like sleep in here with the views. Yeah,
and you have one.
This is going to be awesome.
So you have a view.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. A famous feet shot. That's what we always do when we're in the water.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a camper thing.
Big air.
Yay!
Yeah.
In our camper.
Yes.
Let's get the river. You're squishing.
I know, it's good. It's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Help me.
Open up that window
You did
for convenience sake. I think I hear a barge.
Yeah.
We made a list of things to talk about on why we decided to pick this camper. So, our ideal camping choice, how we choose to move, and our portable tree house.
Yeah.
We're in a portable tree house.
That's for sure.
So this is our Old Lander goal. So these are our two goals that we wanted when we were picking out what we wanted to purchase.
Correct.
So we did an impromptu purchase earlier this year on a vintage camper,
Yes.
a pull-behind camper, and
You yank
we got it quickly before it was sold. And after we determined it was not for us, which was a good experience,
Yes.
although stressful,
It's really neat.
we sold it for
Money.
as much as we paid for it
Yeah.
in less than an hour. So it
Awesomeness.
was a good thing, but it was not for us, and we learned a lot.
Person.
What we want as old people is a fast tent setup. So you saw that this went up really fast. And we do
good
have a
because they got
sheet
on
in
real fast.
here. We do have a sheet in here, on here, but we don't have our other bedding in here yet. I was hoping to do that, but we're running out of daylight.
You are, literally.
And the sheet's working out perfectly. But we basically, within 1 minute, you pop it up and we're ready for bed.
Ready to go.
And what we used to do, I need my fingers for this. I hear a barge. So we used to lay out our tarp,
Yes.
which was too large for a tent. So we had it marked with lines, with a permanent marker
Yes.
to fold it right where it needed to be folded. So
Correct,
that took a
yes.
while. Then we set up our tent, which only took like a minute. It wasn't too hard.
Put it over the math.
And then you had to put the fly on, and
Yes.
then you had to stake it down.
Yes.
And then you had to put your cots together.
Which I had to follow. on, so many sauces.
That's 5 steps. And then we'll start over. 6, you had to get your air mattresses out, and
Oh,
even
yeah,
though they
yeah.
were self-inflating and fast, you still had to get them out.
Yeah.
And then you had to get your sheets out to put on your air mattresses, and then you had to get your flat sheet and your blankets out, and then you had to get your pillows out. So we're at 9 steps
By that-
just to set up a tent.
By that time, the night was over. It was daytime. It was time to head back to the house.
That's right.
So we just refreshed.
And our routine, it's getting closer. Our routine for camping is,
Yes.
this is where?
Across the river in a land called Lincolnshire.
Yeah, that's Illinois over there.
Oh, that too.
So, I forgot what I was saying now. You're good at interrupting me and distracting me.
Oops.
You're the distractor.
Points taken away there.
So the way we like to go camping is we like to go exploring, and we go everywhere. Look at the barge coming through the trees. We explore everywhere. We go hiking, and we don't even know when we start out that day where we're going to be setting up for the evening.
Correct.
And then we go through all that process to set up, and then we spend the night,
Yes.
do a little bit of cooking, and get up and pack up the next morning, undo those 9 steps, and go to the next place and go exploring, and then set up in a new place overnight.
Yes.
So that was getting to be a lot of work for quick one nights.
Yes.
This is so cool that the barge is coming and we're sitting up here.
We got a high boy seat.
Yeah. So the second thing that we wanted to avoid was no more carrying stuff up and down the basement stairs. So we always kept all our camping gear packed. We had it down to a science, everything in this box or that box. And we just carried it up the steps. It was all on the same shelves.
Yes.
Put it in the back of the truck. It fit even under the tonneau cover down here.
You told them and load them.
Super cool.
It's like it's driving up our camper shell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got, look at this. We got the little Lone Peak sign there. And I've got the entire border of the window, a little bit of sunset. This is awesomeness.
If we were any closer, we could be eating with the captain. Maybe even Tennille. Captain and Tennille. Oh, I hope that's you.
Oh, it's so cool. I got my knee in it now.
That's me. You got your knee in.
How about my foot? Hello.
There you go. That's for directionality, right?
Yeah. You know, I've met friends that have told me that they have never seen a barge. And we were like, but this is what we live with.
Here, this is what you can have.
But it's so cool. So for those people who have not seen barges going up and down the Mississippi River,
yeah,
here you go.
There you go, kids. Actually, it's going up.
And we can wave.
It's going up.
Yeah, it's going upriver.
Northbound and down.
Yeah. So with this setup that we have here, when we get it all built out in the bed, we're going to be able to keep all of our gear down there, and we are not going to have to carry it up and down steps anymore.
Yeah.
Because that was getting too much for these old landers.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
Lander.
There we go, following the barge.
Yeah, it's turning, earning, burning funk.
Yeah.
Right there.
So we thought we would go through a list of pros. So I guess one of the pros is all our gear is going to be up here.
Correct.
And we don't have a lot of expensive gear.
Nope.
To attract people to come steal things. We don't even have at this time, a power source. Yeah, we don't have just your basics. And so we want to kind of keep things as a minimalistic as we have been. So look, this car coming. They have already been here once. They're coming back around, we're assuming, because they like our camper. We're going to be the spotlight. So the pros of this, 60-second tent up, and bedding is all there and always packed. So that goes with our goals we already talked about. So these next ones we learned from having our pull behind vintage camper.
Yes.
So we have no backing up a pull behind. We could not back it up very well at all. We'd never backed up trailers before.
Not my
And
skill.
so we don't have to do this. In fact, when we're driving with this thing on here, we don't even know it's up here hardly, which is awesome. It's just normal driving. Nothing to worry about. You don't have to license it with a pull behind trailer. You got to keep it licensed. No personal property tax. You have to do that with a pull behind trailer.
Yes.
Insurance rider, no separate policy. So
CC
I called our insurance company, State Farm, and we were able to put it on kind of like a rider to our insurance at no extra cost. I don't know if it'll stay that way, but currently we're okay with that. And so you don't have to get a separate policy and pay for that cost. So look at all the cost savings we're having. No storage space. So with the pull behind, we had it in our driveway, and then it left no room to park our cars.
Yes.
And we were wondering if we were going to have to rent some sort of storage facility for the winter to put it in. And this just stays on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it.
Those are you.
Another thing with the vintage camper we had, we were worried about it being stolen. So if you park it at your camping spot and then you get in your truck and you go to the head of a hiking trail, your vintage camper is sitting there easily. Somebody could back up and take off with it.
Yes.
And I suppose that's the way it is with any smaller camper. And so we were buying devices like a lock for the wheel and a lock for the hitch and things like that. And we were worried about it. So this is less likely to be stolen. I mean, anything could still be stolen.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess they could try to rip this off, but it's on here pretty hard. We have locks there, and we haven't put them on yet, but we have locks for the tent when you put it down.
Yes.
So it is all fully locked. Now, we will have all our gear in here, and it's not going to be visible because we chose not to get any windows. And so nobody can be looking in wondering what they can steal. So neither of us can remember the name of it, but there's some setups where you have just it's not a shell, but
Frame.
just a frame where the canopy shell goes, and it's open. And we thought about getting one of those and putting a rooftop tent on top of it, but that didn't seem practical. Ooh, they just stopped.
Yes.
The motor on the barge just stopped. So that's not really practical because they can see in at all your stuff. Anybody can reach in and steal your stuff in the bed of your truck.
Right. We went to look at one of those, actually.
Yeah, we did. And it just wasn't a good choice for us. So we've got no winterizing. So our vintage camper did not have any water hookups, water tanks and black tanks, gray tanks.
Yes.
But some of them, you have to winterize them. We wouldn't have had to, but no winterizing this, and we can go in the winter too. Our truck is 4-wheel drive, so it goes anywhere, unlike that vintage camper that would not go everywhere.
Nope.
It fits in a regular parking space, so my truck just parks anywhere it used to park.
Yes.
It's not any bigger than it used to be.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we were just trying to imagine what people do when they go to gas stations and they pull in and they want to just quickly run inside to get some snacks. I guess they have to park on the edge of the parking lot with their vintage
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they put off to the side somewhere.
or whatever kind of trailer.
Probably
Yeah,
have to
we don't
technically.
have to do that. We can just go wherever we normally go.
Yes.
And number 12, impromptu nights out.
Yes.
So we had been thinking when it's so cold right now, my fingers are so cold. But we had been thinking just a few weeks ago when it was perfect autumn weather, how if we just had this thing already,
We would have been out.
we would have been out in it. We could have just gone out on a Saturday afternoon, spent the night in it, gone to somewhere nearby, a conservation center or conservation area or wherever,
Park.
and spent the night and come home and took your showers at home.
Yeah.
And we would have been out in the weather, enjoying it in the outdoors.
Yes.
So the impromptu, let's go.
The waiting is hard now.
So our next, we have a line, see? And we start with 13. And this section is where we spent a long time choosing this Lone Peak. And these things are fairly new. I think Go Fast campers are maybe 5 years old, and they may be the first.
10 years.
10 years? He says 10. But they're still fairly new. A lot of people don't get this concept of having a space to get up into your bed. It's so new. They call this a pass-through space, and it's very large. And we found 16 companies making them, and a lot of them have been, like this one, I think they've only started distributing Lone Peaks earlier this year in 2024. They started selling them in late 2023. So we were concerned about picking a company that we thought would last, that would stand by their product, and we hope we did a good choice. That was a concern, but we found 16 of them, and I had to make a chart to analyze all the different things and to educate myself. So the first thing when you're choosing one of these is they have wedge and they have pop-up campers. This one is a wedge because this goes at a slant, which is great because the water and the wind can just roll right off of it.
Yeah, it's like a ramp or an incline.
Yeah, and we've got these huge views. Now the pop-ups, they're more like a square, and this side would also be tall. So you can sleep with your head that way. But for me, I'm short and I can actually sleep with my head that way.
Me too.
even him, the queer his head is.
Yeah.
We got plenty of room. But for some people, what is that out there in the water?
Water, I hope.
Oh no, some boat of some kind.
It's a speed racer.
Yeah, that's cool. It's bright green.
Yes.
Like a glow in the dark thing. So back to talking about, the pop-ups we noticed didn't have large windows. And one thing we really wanted to do was be able to hang out in here and look at the great views. And I don't think you can do that as easily with the pop-ups. Plus the pop-ups, I think, have more struts. And the more pieces you have, the more likely they are going to go bad.
More moving parts.
Yep. And so that leads us to the next thing. Fold up bed on gas struts instead of a slide bed. So this one, the bed, we we stand down there and we just push this up and it goes all the way up there to the ceiling. And we can't do that now because it's getting dark. But
I would scream a lot.
then you have all this space to stand in down there. And underneath here creates a little kind of like a countertop that if you're hanging out in there on a rainy day and you have your bed pushed up, you can have that extra space. So like the Go Fast camper has their bed in mattresses in smaller pieces, and you kind of move them around and slide them around, and some of the other ones had that too. But I just didn't like the idea of finagling all those bed pieces all the time. I mean, we want to set up our tent, get in it, and put it back down and go exploring again. And so I didn't want to fuss with all that. I wanted the ease of this. Well, I said I wasn't going to use names of other campers, and I've just said Go Fast like 3 or 4 times. So
Choose what's right for you.
Choose what's right for you, because these are the reasons why we chose this, and some of the other things might be more perfect for you. This mattress is a comfy 4 inches. So some of the mattresses are only 3 inches, and some of them are using the Exped Mega Mat, which you have to blow up. So every time we would set up camp, we'd have to blow that up, even though it's could be easy to blow up and quick. It's still another step, and we want to get away from all those steps from parking to getting in and sleeping.
There again, what's right for you?
And so again, what's right for you? And this old lady is a side sleeper and needs support. And so far, I can tell you, I haven't slept in it yet, but I've laid in it and it feels super comfortable. Another thing that mattered to me as this is what I keep calling myself, large woman, short people, old lander problems. No ladders. So we went somewhere local, somebody was selling a rooftop tent, and used their ladder. We used their ladder to get up into the rooftop tent. They were very kind to let us test it out, because who knows, we might have decided to buy it, and we decided not to. I could get up the ladder and down the ladder, but it wasn't comfortable. The balance wasn't real good. And so I am setting this up. That's my goal anyway. I haven't actually done it, so that I don't have to use ladders. Now, Lone Peak sells a ladder to get from the bed up here. I chose not to buy it. I have that one that we figured out that has the very large steps. So rather than the ladder that has those thin rungs, I want to build something out here that is very sturdy and large, like those steps out there, so that I can get up and down this bed. And I'm going to get my wood out, and I'm going to figure that out yet. And then I'm not going to have to deal with ladders, and I'm just setting it up for me as I only continue to get older. It's going to enable me in the future to continue to get up here. Another thing we looked at for these style campers was the pounds. This one's about 375 pounds. That's like I think they keep going by in that boat down there. You can't hardly see them because they're looking at us.
It's only fair we're looking at them.
Yeah, it's only fair we're looking at them. So, it's 375 pounds, which is like the 2 people maybe in the back seat. And so, then we'll have all our camping gear, which will add, but we don't have a lot of camping gear. We have a lot. Yeah, we get rid of the tent and the tarp and a lot of things. But they ranged from 250 pounds to 550 pounds. So those that were like higher on the scale of pounds, we had to eliminate. And of course, if you would buy one of the old school slide-in campers, they even weigh more. And then the other thing we evaluated, yes, I did actually calculate this. So I calculated the cost. The base price of this is very reasonable, but I had to pay for shipping. The people who can go to Washington State and get it installed for free, I've got a one up on us, but I had to include the price of shipping. And I figured out 66 nights or 33 2-night weekends, and this camper has paid for itself. So we were thinking about staying in a hotel, an Airbnb, or any other pay for accommodations you can do, cabins and whatnot. And I calculated that up and divided it out. And once we stay 66 nights in here, it will have paid for itself. Plus, if we decided to start using hotels and Airbnbs and such more than our tent that we currently own, every time we'd go to book a reservation, we'd say to ourselves, oh no, we can't afford that. And we'd talk ourselves out of going. With this one, we're set up and we just go. It's getting very cold out here, so we got to hurry up. So the Lone Peak had lots of add-on options, and the quality, we considered that.
Yes.
But we decided against most of those add-ons because of the KISS principle. And that principle is keep it simple, stupid.
That's supposed to be sweetie, I think.
I learned that in Boy Scouts. We have 3 Eagle Scouts.
Yes.
I learned that in Boy Scouts. So we're setting ourselves up for less long-range repairs. For instance, we could have put up there, it's getting dark, you can't see, a vent. And I really wanted to do that. But then I got to thinking, well, 5 years from now, that vent may start leaking or the motor may go out or something like that. And we're going to end up having to repair it. So the less things we buy, the less things we have to repair. And
you probably don't need all the things anyway.
Oh, all the things, they have so many cool things with Lone Peak.
Cool
and I would have loved if I, was a rich person to have them all, but we're setting ourselves up for less stress in the future. For instance, we could have got a window on the back. We did get the cab window in the front. We paid for that. But we did not get one on the back. At first, I was convinced I wanted to do that because I wanted to see through so I could see the traffic behind me. Well, then I'm just recalling the many years ago when one of our sons picked up a tiny, tiny, tiny little pebble and threw it at the back of our minivan. And the whole window shattered. So, again, 5 years from now, you could expect wear and tear. It may or may not leak. It may or may not get broke. We just decided not to set ourselves up for that. And then I realized the Wolf box, which I'll have to show you, is super cool. The Wolf box is a rear view mirror, and we have a camera on the back. We had it installed and wired in. It's got a much wider view than if I looked through 3 windows. So I'm very happy with our decision not to get the back window. Oh, look, number 20 is the front and rear window for backing up. And we went with the Wolf box. 21, second to the last. Build out the inside any way that works for us. So we have yet to do that. And it's just fun to say extrusions.
It absolutely is.
So we get to build it out however we want inside to work for us, and that's going to be what we're going to be doing next. And number 22, my porta potty will always be available.
Yes.
So sometimes you want to stop over on the side of the road and you know, at the
Just let it
beginning of
go.
a hiking trail, and just let it go. And then where do you put the toilet paper? You got to pack it up. This way I can set my porta potty up inside the camper. Right now we have one, and we have a privacy tent we set up, but I'm going to be putting it probably over there in that corner, permanently set up, and we can just get in the back. And we have no windows. We can close it up and do our business no matter wherever we're at.
Let's go organic.
And that is, this is Cape Rock. That is the end of our list. And if we didn't have that light over there, we wouldn't have had light to read, but we're closing it up. We're freezing. There he is, closing it up. I know that was a lot of talking and a long, long list.
For the mesh.
But the mesh first. But I wanted to share and make sure you all knew why we decided to purchase this, because we studied them, spent lots of hours, made notes, did lots of thinking, and we just know that this is going to change our life. So he's going to close the tent down. You got to make sure you put the elastic up. We learned that the hard way.
At night.
You can even do this at night. It's so easy.
I think.
Pull, baby, pull.
Oh, the bar.
Oh, you forgot the bar.
Got the bar. My bad.
He's got to go in and
Goes away.
put the bar down. Pretty soon this will become old hat. It's really not hard at all. The thing's huge, but it packs away so quickly. So that section at the back is held out by a bar.
I bet that'll be easier now.
Yeah, I bet you that'll be easier.
Just a thought. You can edit all that.
So now he's going to put the elastic up in the middle.
All right, gotta put a little bottom end in this. I'm telling
Well,
you.
wait, put the elastic up in the middle.
What?
Your elastic isn't high enough.
Oh, I had it raised up now. I did it.
About halfway. That's better.
All right. Thank you for that information. Yeah. Hot mule.
You pull it to almost down, just a couple inches, and then you can tuck in both sides. If these old people can do this, you know this is going to be perfect for us.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
And then there, after he gets it down, which it's in there pretty good. Just look on both sides, and then there's a couple latches.
Latch. Feel like I'm on Sesame Street. 2 latches.
Count Dracula.
And there it is.
Yeah, now you get down the ladder and put the ladder in.
Walk me through it. I mean, literally.
Literally.
Be careful, pinch points.
And in goes the ladder. Little lock up and we're done. So here's the wolf box, and I wanted to show that to you. I'm just going to turn on the truck, and it takes a few seconds for the electricity to reach it and turn it on. Watch it come up. And just like that, look how well we can see what's behind us.
That's cool.
And it's super cool. We have to figure out how to use it yet. The time is wrong. It's 5:30 and on there it says it's 3:26. But it's got our direction and our speed, and it records and does all this other stuff. But mostly, look look at the wide view out the back. That'd be that's a much wider view than if I was looking through 3 windows.
Yes.